I wanted to reflect today on product placement advertising, but bear with me. I see more to this story than just slick merchandising. I flipped my television on a few mornings ago to catch the morning news. It had been tuned to NBC station from the football game that I was watching the previous night. The Today Show was in progress, and as I reached for my remote to change stations, I paused for a moment. There was a consumer reporter speaking to a guest about the quality of water filters. Now, I've been thinking about purchasing a water filter, so I didn't execute the click to change the channels. I stayed around. The reporter was pointing out that several refrigerators had water filters installed in them to accommodate ice makers and the indoor water dispensers. The refrigerator on the set was a GE brand. Now, the consumer advocate gave a glowing review of the water filter in the GE refrigerator. No surprise there. It certainly is a quality product. And oh yeah, the host did make a passing disclaimer that there was a corporate connection between GE and NBC. And perhaps I was being cynical when it crossed my mind that not only is there an insidious link between NBC and GE, but there's the next level. Jeffrey Imlett, the General Electric CEO in the Obama machine. Why oh why did they choose a GE as their highlighted brand? Why didn't they get a Maytag or an Amana or a Whirlpool or an LG or a Kenmore? Wouldn't using a non-connected brand eliminate any claim of favoritism? Well, I guess that's a question, and I guess it's a multiple choice. A, they didn't think about the conflict of interest. Careless? Stupid? I don't know. You choose. You decide. B, they just happen to have a GE refrigerator right there on the set. Why not use it? Yeah. Well, of course, my choice is C. This was pure and simple, a blatant product placement advertisement. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, okay, maybe there's a fourth choice. There is a D. It's none of the above. Maybe there was some other reason that I'm not thinking of. Maybe you can think of it. I guess it's my cynical nature that I see biased reporting even in something as unassuming as a consumer review. I look at this and I see so many parallels with the way NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, PBS, MSNBC, all the rest of the mainstream media report on political activities. The bias and favoritism have become so rampant that they don't even seem to care to hide it. A couple examples. Consider the unflattering staging of the 2012 Republican candidate debates. Would they have put their hero Barack in front of a set like that? I don't think so. And consider the ridiculous questions that were asked of the opposition candidates. Many of the questions were poorly disguised attacks. Others were pointless, and still others seemed to be questions as to why the Republican candidates couldn't see the logic of the left. Take a look at your nightly news. Marvel at the praise and the support that's given to the party members and our glorious leader. Where are all the tough questions that they threw at Bush? Did they use them all up? I remember watching CNN with my friends on the night that Obama won the presidency. The reporters were so gleeful that I thought they would wet their pants. They were oh so pleased that their candidate had shot down in flames the evil right-wing McCain, and they were oh so happy that their candidate was going to go to the White House. They did nothing to project any image of impartiality. Nothing. So what does this all have to do with consumer review of water filters? Everything, if you look into the core. That consumer reporter was not reporting. She was just mouthing what those in power had put in front of her. She's not really a reporter. She just rattles off the company line. She surely basks in the notoriety and considers herself a celebrity. And she's right. To keep her job and this promise of fame, she mouths what's put in front of her, and I suspect that her fame and fortune are foremost in her mind. If she were to have any cynical thoughts such as mine, she'd better put them aside. If she voices them, someone else is going to be doing the Consumer Report tomorrow. Such is the state of broadcast journalism in the 21st century America. Is it any different with political reporting? Back in the heyday of the Soviet Union, there were two well-known Soviet news agencies, Pravda and TASS. Watching clips from them here in a nation that embraced freedom seemed to this viewer in his youth so clear that the reports had been authored by party members and reflected what the government wanted the people to know and nothing more. The reporters at Pravda and TASS would not last long if they questioned any government policies. They followed the party line and they kept their jobs. They may have even agreed with the party line. In fact, it's likely that most of them did, because you see, they too were part of the ruling elite in the Soviet hierarchy. Have our current day broadcast journalists evolved into the same kind of reporting? I ask you. They went to journalism school, but they seem to have forgotten the first rule of good journalism. You are not the story. You just report on it. They're enamored with their own fame. They don't seem to report, but they preach a lot. There seems to be no fire in their bellies to look at the other side of an issue with anything more than a critical passing comment. There's no time to look beyond the facts and uncover the truth. There's a commercial break coming, and that will be followed by a consumer review. Ah, yes. Not to worry. Pravda and TASS are alive and well, and they're broadcasting in the USA. Propaganda lives in political reporting and even in consumer reviews.